Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial video. In today's video, I'm going to show you from start to finish how to start streaming on Twitch. So a couple of things before we even dive in of what you're going to need. First and foremost, obviously, you're going to need a Twitch account. I feel like that's obvious, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it here. You will also need a bit of software. There are tons of free streaming software out there. I'm going to be using Streamlabs OBS, which again, all of the features and things that I'm going to be showing you today are going to be absolutely free. I will put all of the download links below. You can use OBS Studio, you can use StreamYard, you can use a number of different streaming software that can help you get up and running. But I'm going to be using Streamlabs OBS today. So if you want to follow along, I would download that bit of software and then we can go ahead and dive in. All right, so as you can see here, I am on my Twitch Stream Manager. This is what it's going to look like on the back end once you log into your Twitch account. Go to the upper right-hand corner, click on your channel profile image there. It will show you your channel name. It'll show you the different links down below. In order to get to where I am now, it will say Stream Manager. So if we go to my channel, and then click the upper right-hand icon again, and then go down to where you see Video Producer. That will take me to the different areas here where I can go and change different things within my Twitch account. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Stream Manager to kind of show you what that looks like. Once you get started streaming, you'll have the different activity feeds over here. The people who follow, sub to you, give you bits and tips and all that good stuff over here. And then you'll have other options here that we're not going to get into today. We're going to show you today how you can go from not knowing how to stream on Twitch to be up and running and have a very good looking stream for your first go round on the platform. So as I told you and mentioned earlier, I'm going to be using Streamlabs OBS. As you can see here, this is the interface of Streamlabs OBS. So once you download Slobs, which is what I'm going to call it, it's just an acronym for what I'm using. Once you download Slobs, you then need to log in. In the lower left-hand corner here, you will see a log out or login option. Click that arrow, log into your Twitch account. So I'm going to log out now and show you what that looks like from the beginning. All right, so I've logged out of all accounts on the Streamlabs software here, and I'm going to go ahead and click that icon there. And as you can see, it's going to ask me to connect a platform. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to select Twitch, obviously. And then once we've selected Twitch, it's then going to ask us to log in to our Twitch account. You're going to use the same credentials you use to log into your Twitch channel over on Twitch. All right, once you've entered your credentials, it will then ask you to verify to make sure that you want to allow Streamlabs to access all of your information on Twitch, and just go ahead and click authorize. And then once you've done that, it will load up the platform. Now, the first bit that you're going to see here, this is the editor. So this is where, whether you're using OBS Studio, Streamlabs OBS, whatever, this is the part where you design what your stream looks like. Well, as you can see here, I'm using a full cam. So basically, I just have my video source here that you can see. I have some little bits down below here for people who have recently subscribed, recently donated, recently became members or followed or whatever it may be. And as you can see here, I have different scenes over on the left-hand side. These are going to be the different, I guess you would say, of what your stream looks like. So as you can see, I have the full cam here. If I go to half screen here with chat, I've designed another one where I'm just, my video source is on half the screen. I have a nice background here. So all of the different scenes are going to look different. But within a scene are what we call sources. Now, sources are going to be the video source, which is what you see here. I'm using a cam link hooked up to my DSLR camera. You may be using a Logitech webcam. It doesn't really matter what your sources are. You know and should know probably what they are, but I'm going to show you how to set those up the most simplest way that we possibly can today to get you going on the platform so you can just go ahead and hit go live and you're good to go. All right, so now that you kind of see here, we're in the editor. Now there's a couple of other options within Slobs like alert box library, themes, app store. I wouldn't dive too much into that until you already have your scenes set up and are ready to go. And then I would watch other tutorials on my channel or across YouTube that can show you how to set up and design it maybe even better or even more in depth than what we're going to dive into today. So we're going to go ahead and create a new scene. So if we go here, we're going to hit the addition symbol here that says add new scene. Now, we're going to go ahead and call this scene tutorial. All right, and as you can see, this is a blank canvas. There is nothing here, there are no sources, and so you cannot see or hear anything. We'll talk about audio here in a minute. Let's just get your sources kind of going, and then we'll dive into audio so people can hear you when you go live. So underneath sources, now that we are on our new scene, we're going to click the addition symbol once more. The first thing we're going to add is a video capture device. Now, the video capture device is your webcam, is your cam link, whatever it is that's pointing at you, the person, the streamer, that's your video capture device. So you will select video capture device, and then it tells you here it's either a built-in webcam, capture card, whatever it may be. Go ahead and click the Add Source button. Now, I am going to add a new source just because I'm showing you exactly how everything is going to work on this tutorial. So go ahead and add a new source. You shouldn't have any already set up. Once you have sources set up, by the way, you can add them to new scenes easily by just selecting them and then putting them and applying them to that new scene. So we're going to give this new source a name. And we're going to name it me. It doesn't matter. You can name it whatever you want. I would name it something to where you will know, hey, this is my webcam 1, webcam 2 if you have multiple webcams. But in this case, we're going to name it me. And then we're going to go ahead and click the button here that says Add Source. As you can see here, it's now going to ask me to select which video source I want to use for my kind of webcam or capture device here within this scene. So as you can see here, I have two different devices. I have the C922 Pro webcam or my USB video device, which is my cam link. So if I select that there, it's going to allow me to select the USB video device. That device is going to be my cam link. But because I'm using it elsewhere, it's not allowing me in this tutorial. So as you can see here, C922, that is the webcam that I'm using here. That's how you do it. Now, when you're ready, go ahead and click Done, and that will then allow you to add this source to go ahead and move it around on the scene to put it and place it where you want it for your stream. All right, so I've went ahead and went back and selected my cam link because it looks better for the tutorial in this video. But as you can see here, we now have a video source here that we can click and we can hold and we can drag it around wherever we want it onto the canvas here of our scene. Now, normally what you would do if you're streaming video games, and you may not be, but if you're streaming video games, you would kind of minimize that. You would put it in the corner somewhere. I'll give you a little pro tip here. Do something different. Do something unique. Everyone kind of has the same setup on Twitch, the webcam in the lower corner or the upper corner and the game kind of in the background. Maybe do something unique, do something different, but I'm going to show you how to set up that kind of generic stream kind of webcam setup there. As you can see here, I can even drag this off over to the left a little bit to kind of center it if that's something that I want to do. So as you can see here, I can click and hold and I can extend this and drag it like we're in Photoshop here. And depending on the different settings of your webcam, I mean, you can even get up close and personal here and see the different imperfections here in my face if you have a very nice webcam or a very nice cam link in the case of what I'm doing here. So go ahead and select the kind of lines there to drag where you want it. I'm going to put it in the lower left-hand corner that we're kind of seeing here. Now, obviously, we're going to need a game, right? We're going to need something to stream right behind us. And so in order to add that, we're going to add more sources. So we're going to go ahead and click the addition symbol here to where you see sources. And then we're going to talk about the different sources that we can add here. The one that we're going to talk about today is going to be our display capture or our game capture. What I would recommend that you do getting started is you select the display capture and then you run the game in windowed mode on that display. I have multiple displays. I have one on the left, one on the right here. And then if we go to display capture, go to add source, you can see here that I already have a display capture, but if I want to add another one of my monitors, I'll just add this one here. I will add source, and then I will choose my other display, which is going to be this one here. So basically what this allows us to do, just like with adding the video source, click done when you've completed that. We'll go ahead and make this kind of cover our entire stream here, our entire source. And then as you can see, it's covered up my webcam. So obviously you need to take the display capture here in sources, click and hold, drag that underneath the video capture. So that way our webcam or video source will be on top of the video game or whatever we're trying to stream on our desktop. Now, as you can see here, anything that happens on this desktop over here is going to be shown here, just like it's just mirroring whatever we're doing here. So what we're going to want to do now is to open up a game and show you exactly what that looks like. So I'm not going to open up an actual game for the purposes of the tutorial video, but as you can see here, I have my Blizzard or Battle.net launcher here opened up. And basically, you would just open up the game and play it on that display, and that would show it for your audience or for the people who are watching your stream. All right, so now that we have our scene set up, now again, you're probably going to want to play with this a little more. You're probably going to want to make it look even better. And I've got tutorials showing you the ins and outs of how to use Streamlabs OBS to make your stream look really, really good and very professional. But we're not going to do that. This is just a start to finish, how do I get started streaming on Twitch tutorial. And so that's what we're doing in this video. So let's go ahead now and dive into the settings. Now, in order for you to stream, you obviously want to have a microphone. As you can see, I have one here. Now, the microphone that I would be using is going to be this one here. As you can see in the video, this is connected to the PC. This microphone here is connected to my Mac, which is recording the tutorial audio. But in order to set up your microphone, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the settings, which is the cogwheel icon in the lower left-hand corner of Streamlabs OBS. Once you're here, you're going to want to select audio. You're going to have the different devices here that are going to be selected. Now, your desktop audio device, whatever music or game audio that's piping through your PC or whatever you're using, that needs to be your desktop audio device one. So for me, it's going to be right here, the two Realtek audio, the speakers right here. So that's going to be my my kind of desktop audio. My microphone is going to be my audio interface, which is my Scarlett Solo USB audio interface, which is this one here. So whatever your microphone is selected into, normally either your audio interface is here, or maybe you have, which I don't recommend this, maybe you have an over-the-head microphone plugged in via USB. Maybe that will be here. Maybe you have a Blue Yeti. All of that will show up here. Make sure before you hit that live button that you have your microphone selected and your audio device selected, or everything's going to go haywire once you hit that live button. Now, if you do it correctly, as you can see here, the microphone should be getting some type of signal here, right? You see this green line going from left to right. That lets me know that my microphone is picking up. Now, if I bring this down here closer to me, as you can see here, it's going to be picking up even more, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way now. Obviously, I don't want it in the tutorial. But your microphone should be picking something up. Now, to test your desktop audio, you want to go ahead and play something on your computer and get some type of obviously action going on here in the desktop audio section here. So I'm gonna go ahead and play something and show you what that looks like now. All right, and as you can see, when I play this YouTube video, which is one of my videos over here, you can see that right here, there's some activity here. That's what we want to see. And then in order to adjust the volume, so if you're seeing that your microphone's a little hot, it's getting up here in the red, in order to go ahead and increase or decrease the volume of individual audio channels within Streamlabs, you just go below those and you see the little slider here. You can go left to decrease that and go right to increase it as well. The same thing goes for the desktop audio. Normally, because I'm going to be talking over it, I have the audio for my game or for my desktop a little bit lower than my microphone. That way, it's called, I can kind of talk over the audio that we're seeing here. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of that there. So that's kind of how we set up our audio. Make sure that you have the correct microphone setup and the correct desktop audio source. Now, you will see something down here below. This is the video capture device. This is the webcam that you're using right here. There is also an audio setting for this. And as you can see here, if you have a video capture device that picks up audio, it will interfere with your audio sources. So make sure that you have that slider all the way to the left, or you can go here and you can even mute it by clicking that little icon there in the lower right-hand corner. All right, so we've got our stream and our sources looking good. We've got our microphones, everything set up. Now we got to talk about the streaming quality and how to make sure that that is the best it possibly can be. So go ahead and jump back over to the cogwheel here and go to settings here within Streamlabs OBS. Once we're here, we're going to want to go to stream, which is the second option here. Make sure that we are logged in and it is set up here to our Twitch account. Then what we're going to want to do is go to the output setting, which is the one right underneath stream. This is where all of the magic happens. Now, video bitrate, okay? This is going to be the higher that goes up, okay? The better your internet connection needs to be. I'm not going to try to get into the technical jargon and tell you all about what bitrate really is. Just know the lower this number, the lower the quality of the stream. The higher the number, the higher the quality of the stream. Now, again, there's a lot more that goes to it. I'm not going to dive into that very seriously here. If you want to watch a video on what bitrate is, be my guest. But normally what I encourage people to do is to start at 3,500 to about 4,000 and go anywhere from that range all the way up to maybe 7,000 to 8,000. Now remember, depending on, and you got to think of your internet speeds as upload, right? Like what we're uploading. It's not download, it's upload. So you need to go to speedtest.com or .org or whatever that website is, check your internet connection and see. If you're getting lag or you're getting frames dropped or you're getting, your stream is kind of buffering and you're getting some really, some big hiccups there, you need to decrease this number. If it's running smooth as butter, you can increase this to your heart's content until you start getting issues. I leave mine anywhere from 4,500 to 6,500. I have very good internet here, and this PC here is actually hardwired in, so it's not actually connected to Wi-Fi, which oftentimes is where you get a lot of the issues there. Encoder, leave the encoder alone. Don't mess with that. Audio bitrate, I like to keep it around 160 to 192. You can play around with that if you would like. Honestly, I wouldn't. I'd leave it kind of where it is. That's all we really need to know as far as the streaming side and as far as the output goes. So that's kind of where that goes there. All right, now, in order to connect your streaming software to Twitch, which is the platform that we're trying to stream to, we are going to need what is called a stream key. So we're going to go back over here to our creator dashboard on Twitch. As you can see, here's my creator dashboard. If we go here and go to preferences and then go to channel, it's going to take us here. Under preferences, under channel, you can see here we have something that's called a primary stream key. I don't know why I said primary in like 8 syllables, excuse me. Primary stream key is right here. I'm not going to show it, obviously, because I don't want you guys to know it. But if you ever do show it and people do find out what it is, make sure you quickly reset what it is by clicking the reset button. I guess I can show you. So you can show here, I understand. You can see, boom, that's what a Twitch stream key looks like. If you want to reset it, click the reset button. That will reset it, and you can continually reset it. So if I go to hide here and then go here and refresh the page, you can go ahead and go and click reset, and that changes it to a new stream key. Now, you're going to need to copy this. Twitch gives you a beautiful little copy button here, so we click copy. That copies the Twitch stream key to your clipboard, and then we go and hop back over to Streamlabs OBS, as you can see here. And then once we're here, I'm going to close out of the settings tab here. Once we're here, go back to the settings cogwheel. We're going to be here a lot. And then what we're going to want to go to is to stream to custom ingest, which is right here, the one at the bottom here. This allows us to insert our stream key here and select our service, which is going to be Twitch, obviously, and then go ahead and hit Control or Command V to paste that stream key down below. Now, I show you all of this to show you this is the way that you can do it. But if you're using Streamlabs OBS and not OBS Studio or something like that, you can use recommended settings and go back here. And if you're logged into your Twitch account and you hit the Go Live button, it will automatically do that work for you. So basically all you would do is you would hit the Go Live button and everything would be connected because you've linked it to your Streamlabs OBS account. But if you're using like OBS Studio or OBS, just the normal OBS, you will need to, you will see something that looks like this, to where you will need to select the service, which is Twitch. You will need to insert your stream key and then hit done. That way it knows kind of where to push the stream and what platform to send it to. All right, so now that we have that set up and you've linked it and you know that your stream key is correct, what you're going to want to do now is to understand that once you hit that Go Live button, that's it, right? Like you are going live, and basically everything that you see here is going to be displayed for the world to see. So if we hit the Go Live button here, a couple of things are going to come up. With Twitch, it's going to give you the option here to insert a title, okay? So go ahead and title your stream. Now, next thing after title is going to be your game. Obviously, whatever game you're playing, you need to find it here and select it. A lot of games are going to be on this list. Some are not, and you can add them, and that's another video for another day. But go ahead and type in the game that you're playing here. And as you can see, I'm just going to select Hearthstone because that's the one that's up on my Battle.net launcher. And then you can select stream tags. So if we select this drop-down menu here, all of these tags here are just a way to kind of tell what your stream is about. Are you 100%ing a game? You can select this one. Is it a speed run? You can select that. A bunch of stuff here you can go through. Whichever one applies to your stream. Don't put something here that doesn't apply to your stream. But we're not going to go ahead and select any of these for the purposes of the video, so we're going to go ahead and click off there. But you can tag your stream to the appropriate here if you want to. And then right here, there's a new feature within Streamlabs, that just a recent feature that says use optimized encoder settings for Hearthstone. Basically, this will have the software. You can click the question mark here. Basically, it'll give you better quality and per game. Again, I haven't used it, to be honest, but you can check that if you want to. For the purposes of the video, I'm not going to. And then once you're ready, you go ahead and click the Confirm and Go Live button here. So if we click Confirm and Go Live, as soon as we click that, we will be live on Twitch. So Confirm, Go Live. And once you do that, you should be able to navigate back over to your Twitch channel page, refresh, and then you should be able to see where you have now gone live right here. Yep, Dustbuster is now live. Hit watch now. As you can see, there I am on the platform. Now, I don't want to freak anyone out, so I'm going to go ahead and end stream. In order to end your stream, whatever service or software you're using, click the red end stream button there in the lower right-hand corner, and that will end the stream, okay? Now, a couple of pro tips before I end the video. If we go back over here to our channel preferences and whatnot, I would recommend that on your channel, you have a channel profile image, which is something that shows up as your icon, a channel profile banner, and a currently offline screen. You want your channel to look the best that it possibly can when people go to it. Also, you can put little different sections underneath the stream where people can find you. They can subscribe to you on YouTube, that, you know, all about kind of who you are, different links and things like that. You can see kind of what mine looks like here. Again, make it look better. You don't want people to come to your stream and it just be completely blank and void of any type of branding or any type of imagery that would make people understand and see kind of who you are and what you're about. And as you can see here, if I refresh this, my stream should have ended. I hope it ended. Yep, it ended, as you can see here. And then once you've kind of got that, you're good to go. You know how to set up your stream. You know the software to use. You know kind of where you're at as far as that goes. But that's kind of how you, from start to finish, set something up and stream on Twitch. Now, if you go back over to Streamlabs here, as you can see here, I will show you kind of what mine looks like. I have little transitions here. This is kind of what mine looks like now. It's much better looking. It's much more polished. It's got more color. And you can go on YouTube and basically you can design and customize your stream until your heart's content and make it look as good as it possibly can look. And so with all of that said, guys, I do want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If it helped you, please help me by liking and sharing this video. If you want to learn how to stream on YouTube, I've got another one of these video tutorials, video guides showing you start to finish how to do that. I'll link that down below as well. Until next time, happy streaming. I hope you guys find all the success in the world, and I will see you guys in the next video.